Hey, welcome back. You guys are tuned into Underground Get Down. You guys know what it is.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
What's going on?
Hey, I know you guys don't recognize that voice.
I know. Wait, who are you?
Excuse me.
Ew.
Who are you?
So I'll introduce myself. I'm JJ, newest member of the Underground Get Down, brother of Adrian and Andrea.
Hey.
I'm so thankful he introduced himself as JJ because he introduces himself by his government name in public, and I'm just like,
Who
you
is
are
that?
JJ.
Oh, yeah, no
Who
government's in the
is
studio.
Jeffrey?
Who is that? But anyway, so yeah, you guys.
You know, we decided to
got-
make this a family affair, so we're excited. We hope you guys are excited too.
You know, we're going to keep it coming. Keep getting better and better. You feel me?
Definitely.
Right.
So, last Friday, August the 3rd, just brought us straight heat in terms of new music. I mean, it wasn't like the best, but it was like exciting.
Because
So
everybody
we had-
been waiting for it.
Everybody, we had YG Stay Dangerous, Travis Scott,
Astroworld.
Astroworld, Mac Miller Swimming, and me and Dre's got to get a little sneak peek before everybody else of Griff Queso.
And it was some fire.
Yo, I'm so excited for his new
I
album.
bet-
It drops on
Damn.
Friday.
And
I'm
see-
counting down the days because you guys, it was amazing. Like, talk about a good R&B. Like, y'all want some R&B? Like, he really delivered.
Right, and if you don't know who we're talking about, I'm sure you've seen, well, if you follow Underground Get Down, his song previously is Mamacita that we always be talking about.
But his whole album, previously Passion.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Mamacita's on the new album. But the project he had before Passion, like, that's straight fire too. Like, fellas, if you're trying to get your girl in the mood, you're trying to get her to, like, like, not be so tough on you, play Passions for her, play Confused.
There you might
Play-
even learn something. Hold on.
Yeah, play Drowning. You guys, that's good.
Yeah, y'all girls didn't heard enough of Drake, so Griff Queso
Yeah. Goodbye. Drake, it is Griff Queso's time. So anyways, did you guys listen?
I listened to YG's album probably like 8 times. Hey, so, I did a little Lyft driving. I'm not going to lie. That's what I was playing.
When I was lifting, that's what I would do, is listen to all the new music.
Oh,
know,
man, you
I
can't
be-
be gangbanging in the car, though.
You
I
know
be
what?
hesitant-
You can't be.
I be hesitant because like some of the people who can't get in the car, they're older, so I'd be like, damn, do I need to play music for their cup of tea? But what I learned to start doing is just say, if you want to play your own music, that's very fine. And most of the time, they just be like, oh, no, it's okay. Okay.
Are you sure about that?
That's funny. I had people ask me to put on classical music before. I had somebody ask me, like, if I could be silent. Can you turn the radio down and not talk to me? I was like, okay. But anyways, so I
is
only
that a fade?
listened to, no, that was real.
I would have stopped the car and said, get out.
It was a long ride, so I was just like, you know what? This $40 you about to pay me is worth it. So I needed to meditate while I was driving anyways.
Underground Get Down only accepts fun passengers. Come on now.
Well, they aren't on this ride, so... Anyways, I only listened to Astroworld. It got a lot of, like, negative criticism. Because
Oh,
everybody
really?
says the beats sound too similar. But, you guys, I have, like, a theater background. So this song gave me visuals. Like, I had, like, a whole musical
Stopping God?
playing in my head while Astroworld was playing.
Oh, the
So
whole
I liked
album.
the whole album. I loved it.
It depends on what crowd you're going to, because I would assume, like, in the mainstream media, he probably got less attention around
Right.
it. But, like,
Oh,
you're
definitely.
looking through the Twitter communities, they're all, saying, oh, man, this was the one to top Rodeo.
Yeah.
So it's really about who you talk to.
That's true. That's true. So, okay, we do have our guest here. So,
Well,
you
yeah.
guys come right in, jump right in. We're just covering some topics. So,
So,
gonna have
you
you
guys, we
guys
do have a
share
guest
these
for you
too.
guys. PluggWorld in the house. We'll introduce their music in a little bit. But, hey, do you remember that game Def Jam Vendetta?
yes.
Okay, so
That used to be remember we had the
Yeah.
GameCube? This is back in the day when me and JJ were gamers.
So word on the street is there's supposed to be a newer version coming out.
Yeah, what this one, I think it's up to the fans to decide the city, though. Because I saw some promotional pictures, where they were asking for Miami or what's the deal.
Yeah, they did a poll to choose like Vegas, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York. So I guess they're still figuring it out. But yeah, that used to be the game.
Since we're talking about fighting, I mean, so earlier today, before we came into the studio, I saw YG reposted some shit talking that 6ix9ine was doing, and YG said, "I can't wait to meet you."
Oh no.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, you know, all of 6ix9ine's fans were in the comments, because comment section is my favorite section of the internet. They were all like, "You suck anyway, YG. You're not going to do anything. That's why 6ix9ine's better than you." And I was like, y'all are bold, because, like, did y'all not hear Swoop? Like, I'm not fucking with YG ever.
Nah, I think...
What do you think's going to happen? Do you think something's going to happen?
I think...
Something already happened.
Yeah, and I don't think YG's one to talk about what he's gonna do. I think he just does what he gotta do.
Well, that's why he said, "Can't wait to meet you." He just
he's
reposted
like
the video. He didn't say, "I'm gonna beat your ass. You can catch a fair one. Watch your back." He just said, "Can't wait to meet you."
Just
I just hope
that was the most threatening thing he could do.
I just hope he doesn't show up in those hard bottom shows.
So we do want our guests to chime in on these topics. So could you guys introduce yourselves individually really quickly? We got PluggWorld in the house. You know,
Yeah, no doubt. My bad, we a little bit late.
no problem.
Nobody
It's
knew.
Cam.
What's going on? It's Jimmy.
Ivan.
Hey, thank you guys for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank y'all for having us.
Yeah. But yeah, so y'all can jump in whenever.
For sure.
But so he does on another note though, on some positive business move, he does have his clothing line Cut and Sew launching in Barney's, New York in like December. November though.
Well, yeah, because I mean, speaking of fashion, so September's coming up, you know, Virgo season, but September's coming up, and in the fashion world, that is when all the magazines launch like their fall campaigns, like their editorials. They do big spreads, and they're calling this the Wakanda effect, but I'm just like, y'all are just finally noticing that black women are beautiful. But there's like about eight or 10 magazine covers that, you know, Tiffany Haddish, Rihanna, Beyonce, just to name a few, Zendaya, they're on the cover of Marie Claire, Vogue, British Vogue, etc. And the thing that's dope about this is, like I said, September is the biggest issue for fashion magazines. And so thankful, like, you know, we have more representation of women of color.
Right.
But in Vogue has been around for 125 years. In their whole history, they have never had a black photographer shoot the cover. They gave Beyonce full creative control. So not only is the spread like Beyonce, which, hello, duh, we want to see that. But, you know, the photographer that she hired and brought onto this shoot is, you know, I think he's only 23.
That's dope.
He's a black photographer.
Dope.
And I read her interviews already that are going to be in the magazine. And she was just saying, like, you know, now that she's a mom, but just in general as a woman, how it's so important to have this representation. And so I love it. YG, yes, you know, like, bring yourself into fashion, more black faces, more, like, you know, people of color, represent yourself. You know, like, even Asians are underrepresented. We got one of the first all-Asian cast, all-Asian produced movies coming out.
And it's not like a type
Crazy
cast.
Rich. Exactly.
Pythagorean theorem and stuff. No, that's a fact, though. I mean,
No,
images
you're right.
of black beauty are not really celebrated in the mainstream.
No, and it's so important. It's so important to, like, have representation, and that's exactly what she talks about.
Right.
It's like, you know, growing up, when you don't see somebody that looks like you know, just on TV, you know, when you're passing through the grocery store, it's like, that's one way to, like, make people feel isolated and make people feel like they don't matter. So now with this movement, like, so many more people, so many more young little girls are gonna, like, have more confidence, more, like, respect for themselves. And I don't know, I'm glad that we're here and we're seeing it. Yeah, and LeBron actually got backlash because he reposted Beyonce's cover, and he said, "Nothing in this world more powerful than colored women." You know, white people had to get on to the comments and, like, that's offensive to white women. And it's not offensive.
They kill me with that. That I can't even take them seriously when they try to rebuttal with that.
I can't either, because, like I said, they want to call
this
movement, the Wakanda effect, because, you know, Black Panther did so great. Which shout out to Black Panther, thank you. But black people been lit. So I don't get this, but the fact that y'all want to hop in his comment section, you know, in 2018, there's still the first black president, the first black photographer on Vogue magazine. Like, there's still so many firsts that black people are having to get through. Like, this doesn't make sense. So, you know, be quiet. Let people have their moment. Like, y'all have had all of history, and you haven't done nothing but burn the world and make it shit.
Take away and conquer.
Yeah, exactly.
Big moves being made, but that is true that there's still a lot of firsts going on in 2018. So.
Yeah, and that's something Jay-Z was even interviewed. He said he can't wait for when his children are older and first are done. Like, it's just, we just are. Everybody's integrated into society. Like, there's not this
I think what it is like, I think when we finally arrive is when black people can fail and it's not going to mess it up for the next black person.
Right.
Yeah. I like that.
Barack had to be perfect, right? If he did half
so
the stuff
true.
Homeboy's doing right now. You know, but, you know,
they would have instantly been impeached. Instantly.
100%.
So I just want to
if
not
alive,
have to walk on eggshells just so we could be perfect and they could still be the next one. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Right. Meanwhile, our president is over here calling. Did you guys see that? He's called Don Lennon.
Yeah, I have the quote. LeBron James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do. I like Mike. And by Mike, he's referring to Michael Jordan. So,
right.
Bro, first of all, the fact that he even feels comfortable to say that.
I think he needs to stay out of everything sports, period.
Anything sports media. If it doesn't have to do with politics, like, get off of Twitter. I don't care.
Well, see, that's what happens when you have a third grade mentality, though. It's like, you know, someone says something to you, obviously you got to come back with a rebuttal.
Right.
And, you know, no thought put, you know, whatsoever into that tweet. Really, like.
Yeah, there should be some regulations on what he does put up for tweeting, though, because there's just a point where it's just not professional anymore.
There's a reason why he tweets from his personal Twitter page and not the presidential Twitter. Because, like, they will delete him.
We don't know the difference.
We don't, but we do know the difference, but I'm just saying, like, he's just unprofessional in general.
Man, that's crazy. But I'm glad to say, though, this is on the bright side for me. His star is officially moved from the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
So is that for real?
Yeah. It's city council voted for it to be removed for good. Because, you know, that costs money. I think that comes out of somebody's pocket. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's a positive.
They done did a DIY a couple of times already.
Oh yes, people try to do it themselves. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is like what, second or third time?
The first person who did it bailed the second person out of jail.
Teamwork. That's what I like to see.
That's right. I didn't know that. But so some more things going on. We have the Madden boycott. You can tell us about that one, JJ.
Yeah, so I don't know if you already know about this whole Madden boycott situation, but for those of you who don't,
Madden like curse the cover player?
Pretty much.
The Madden curse.
But yeah, so you know, Colin Kaepernick, the one who's so light skinned he doesn't even have to claim he's black, took a knee when times were going great. You know, to think about the people who weren't having it as fortunate as him. And so, you know, Madden 19 decided to censor his name from the lyrics of people like Big Sean, Nicki Minaj, YG, without even running it through them. So, you know, that's a huge sign of disrespect because we hold him to a high standard because of what he did for us.
Right.
So it's like to remove that face is to remove the action he did.
Right.
Not only that, censorship is so dangerous. Like, that's one of our rights, supposedly, as American citizens, is, you know, the right to say whatever we have to say. It's not without consequence, but I don't see why that was a consequence that his name needed to be removed.
Right.
At all. So they did retract that. They did add his name back, but still, like,
the
damage
fact
was
that
already
it was
done.
even a thought.
Right.
But anytime this comes up, we have to react the same way every time because this sets a precedent. You know, that companies will try to do this. But as long as we say we're not standing for it, it won't happen.
Or catch
and
it.
I honestly think, like, we need to hurt their cells this year. Like, do not buy it. Don't buy it.
Y'all
I don't
buy
care
it?
that they fixed it.
Y'all play y'all
You
play
know, you
Madden?
can pay. You can keep playing Madden 18. You
Don't
don't need
start
the new
this
season.
year.
Y'all still watching football?
Don't start this year.
Yeah, sorry, Madden. Like,
was-
your cells gotta hurt this year.
Football is easy to give up. I feel like for the longest they've been profiting off of the bodies of people of color. I have a cousin that was in the NFL. He's recently showing CTE signs. They're not really there, you know what I'm saying? So, but they was there when you good, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, that's one thing. And on the flip side, they don't care about our voice, but they just want our bodies, our talents.
Right. Like that whole
100%.
Donald Sterling thing.
There's like a
Exactly.
movie on it.
Yeah, I mean,
Denzel
the NFL has
is-
one of the worst. No, it's Will Smith.
Will Smith. Yeah, I just watched it recently.
That's one of the biggest issues. So, like in the 2010 season, there was an NFL lockout and an NBA lockout. NBA lockout didn't care about because they were literally fighting over money. NFL, they were fighting for their health coverage after, when they retire, because they do get brain damage. They do, you have normal wear and tear from being an athlete.
Yeah.
But he's right. Like, they don't take care of these athletes once they're done. That's why they're trying to form unions. Like, that's the minimal. Like, that's sad that in America, healthcare is something like you have to fight for, especially when you're an elite athlete. You're a professional. They don't want to take care of you.
Right.
So, yeah. I'm with you. Maybe I'm going to boycott the Super Bowl this year because that's the only time I watch football.
Honestly, in 20 years, I don't see the sport being there anymore. Or at least it's going to look a lot different.
Oh, you think
Yeah.
so?
Just because of the new research is coming out, how it's affecting people's bodies. They're already changing the game each year. It's getting less and less, quote unquote, exciting. It's a barbaric thing to begin with.
Right. Also protecting the kids, man, because a big issue, especially within high school leagues and stuff like that, is concussions.
Right.
And
you
they
know-
start them at such a young age.
Yeah, man. And it's like those sports are brutal. I remember being, in the AAU circuit for basketball. It's like message that was always taught was, stomp on their throats. They're the enemy on the court. And it's like, even though that's the
Yeah.
mentality you have to win,
Yeah.
it's kind of brutal to think about, especially when you're teaching this kind of stuff to kids.
Definitely.
Yeah. And some of
Did you
them
guys play sports growing up?
Basketball.
I played football from
Football?
freshman to like college
Okay.
scholarship.
Nice.
So
So
then-
basketball and football. Wait, first off, how do you guys know each other?
Are we
Like,
going
how
there?
did this,
Yeah, look,
how
you
did
know
this
what?
relationship come into to conception?
Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, let's just go ahead and get into it.
Yeah.
We have our special guest for the week in the house, PluggWorld. What's
Hey.
good?
I'm so excited to have you guys, and we're gonna get back to this question. But you guys, they play. I'm a sucker for live instruments.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, when I heard your guys' stuff, I was just like, yes, this is what we need again. So,
love.
yeah, back to the question. How do you guys know each other? How did
Yeah,
did
so
PluggWorld
how was
come into
PluggWorld
play?
born?
Oh man, we was in a gospel group.
Wow.
And we were all the tenors, and we just developed a bond because we was on the same section, and we were
Yeah.
also the youngest in the group. So it
Naturally.
just naturally.
More in common.
Yeah,
Kinda came together.
same
Yeah,
age,
squad.
same interests. Yeah, just came together.
Okay, so how did the conversation start? So, I mean, you guys were all tenors. Did you guys play instruments, with the gospel
We knew each other
before you came in?
Before I came.
Okay.
But my cousin was the director in the group, but I wasn't in the group yet, but I used to be around.
Okay.
So they knew me as just being around as my cousin's cousins.
Okay.
And they was like, you always here, so you might as well just join the group.
Definitely.
And then that's when I joined the group.
I would have just been singing on the side like, y'all don't hear me? Y'all, I know you hear me.
Creep your way in a little bit.
But yeah, I just joined the group, and then ever since then, we just been bonding off of that. Music is first love.
Right. So where does PluggWorld come from? Who came up with that?
Y'all want the real story or the story?
The real.
No, we want the
Let's get
real
the
story.
All right, so I mean, we met when we was teenagers, so it was a big break before we started doing this whole band thing. We were just regular teenagers doing dumb stuff, you know what I'm saying, partying, girls, all that type of stuff, and then we didn't really get into this band stuff until like the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But how we came up with the name, we were initially called The Plug. But we thought it was a great name, but so did the rest of the world. Because if you Google the plug, it's like 50 things gonna come up, like 20 different artists. Like it's like, you know what I mean? It was too
I know.
much.
I think that's his Wi-Fi's
Yeah,
name.
my phone name was the plug for a cool minute.
Right. So our Instagram name was PluggWorld because we always wanted to be a global thing. So we just ran with that. But it's kind of took on new meaning. We always want to plug people into the source. It's the higher energy and higher power. So that was always the goal. And, it's just a global thing that we're trying to do. And obviously they play instruments, so it always plugs everywhere. Whenever we go somewhere, it just plugs all over the place. So,
Plug me in.
It just all made sense.
Yeah, so Ivan, you play the bass.
Bass.
The bass.
Bass?
The bass.
I always read it bass. Oh.
That's
First
it.
time I'm getting corrected. It's cool. You learn something new every day. You guys all do vocals, and Jimmy,
Sorry.
you do guitar. Do you guys all help with writing?
Yeah. So I want to
all
know
have to
how does that process go? Like, how
What's
do you
the
guys
dynamic?
how do you guys come together? Like,
Right, like, because you're playing the instruments too, so
and
it's
there's
not like,
there's three different people. So I know, if I'm like in a group setting, I'm gonna naturally take lead.
Right, because communication in any group is key.
So how does it work for you guys?
I mean, usually David will start with like playing a lick on the guitar or a chord, just like that, and we just fiddling around, and then we hear something we like, oh yeah, let's go with that, and then it'll kind of build from there. Then I might come in, play some percussions. He might whip out the bass, put some bass on top of it. We might come up with like a melody first in terms of like vocally, you know what I'm saying? So it really just has to start with one groove. And once we get the groove, everything else just kind of falls into place. So the groove can just be a 4-bar loop that just feels good. And once we get to feel good, the rest comes real easy. So, I mean, it's usually a pretty natural process. We write pretty quickly, so it's like, it's about getting to the right mindset, getting the right vibe. But once the vibe is right, everything flows pretty smooth.
we actually, we heard Car Volume Music 1, like, as soon as you guys dropped it, because Andrea was, like, already...
Car music?
Yeah.
Beautiful
So,
music, by the way.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no,
it,
and
man.
it definitely, you guys, if you're just tuning in,
It's definitely
PluggWorld,
you definitely
Car
have to
Music Volume 1, yeah, definitely, like, you
have
need
to
to have
listen
it
to it
on
in the
blast.
car.
Just,
But
you
I don't
know,
know about you guys, but to me, like, music just sounds so much better in the car. It's like your
It sounds
own
good when you
personal
can feel the
concert, and it's like
vibration.
intimate, and you could like really, if you could like feel it.
definitely.
That's
So,
love. I mean, that's what we were going for with that one. We're just trying to carve out that part of the music industry. We want to have ownership over the car. We want that real estate. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has the club, YG or whoever has the streets. We want to own that car because we're from LA. We know you can't get from A to B in LA.
No, not quickly at all.
So,
Okay.
So,
So,
that's
I
just
like
what
that
we want.
concept.
We want people to, when they go in the car, first thing that comes to their mind is, hey, I want to listen to, car music or PluggWorld or whatever the case may be. And that's kind of how we've always gone about doing our music. I think we've always kind of gravitated towards the car because I spend so much freaking time in my car.
So yeah, so do
I was
I.
on the 405 at least 3 to 4 hours today alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's significant to the city.
Definitely.
Yeah,
no,
definitely.
So, I mean, since you're LA natives, is that where like the little bilingual track one? No
Huh.
sé.
Yeah,
Is that how that came in? I was like all day. I was like, yo no sé, yo no sé.
Caught me a little off guard, though. I was like,
on.
the same person?
I mean, you can't really separate LA culture from the Mexican influence.
Definitely. I mean, we were Mexico.
Yeah, it's there. It's part of it. There's no way to separate the two. And so when we want our product to represent LA culture, I feel like we'll be remiss not to include that.
I love that.
That's
That's you.
important, yeah.
You see, that's how you show love. There doesn't need to be separation. Like, we can all take bits and pieces from each other. I love it. And you do have visuals. I was rewatching the videos. I love the visuals. Like,
Right, because they're not ordinary,
they're not. The production's dope.
We're so used to like, the females shaking their ass in the videos.
Cool effects and stuff like
chains and popping bottles. Like, it's like dope to see something new, like a real concept.
seriously, I wish I could like watch it while I was driving, but you can't do that. You can't do it. But I was just like, yo, this definitely sets the vibes for me.
Yeah, part 4 coming soon.
So I think my favorite is Sun Up.
Oh yeah, I can agree on that one.
Yeah, I really like that one.
What you like about it?
Because I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Somebody needs to know. You are worth it.
I don't know. I have the melody for No Say. I've had that stuck in my head
I would
for like
sing
a
it
week.
for you, but maybe they should sing it for you.
So, and then you do have a full album. So, Car Music Volume 1 is an EP. Then we got Simp Juice. That was also an EP. It was 5 tracks.
Yeah, it was
Six
six
tracks.
yeah.
And then
And
we got
Mood.
Mood. That was an album.
Right.
That was a mood for sure.
Yeah.
My favorite is Jump Shot.
Yeah.
One of y'all got this line though. I was sitting there like, he said, "You're flawless from the neck up."
Y'all know say.
And I was just like, damn, it's like he's slick trying to tell her to go to the gym. I mean,
As long
that's
as it's
a way.
slick.
That's a nice way to tell somebody like they letting themselves go.
He at least said it with some soul. That's enough.
Hey, but we appreciate all body types.
Okay. Good save.
Right.
So what are you guys working on? Like, what's next? Are you touring? Are you performing? I see here you guys have had some, TV performances.
Yeah, we're performing right now, basically pushing the album, and we're working on Volume 2.
Okay.
It'll be out end of the year, so we got
I'm excited.
a lot of new fire coming on Volume 2. It's been a great response to Volume 1. People have been asking, when's Volume 2? Because it was so short, it was
Right.
4
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, I know. It gave us a little taste, and it's
Yeah.
like, hello.
That was by design. We definitely would rather, people want more than want less. We was doing that before the short albums and stuff was coming out. Yeah, really was working on Volume 2 and performing a lot, you know what I'm saying? So that's really been the focus for right now.
Is there any group that y'all are inspired by collectively?
Groups?
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
We really don't we think boy bands are corny.
Okay, because I have another
Yeah.
question, because there's a stigma behind that. Like, the history of them is that they don't last long.
Yeah.
So that was going to be my next question. Like, how do y'all plan to avoid that?
Yeah, I mean, to answer your first question, our influences are, we can speak for ourselves, but I guess for me it's Ty Dolla $ign, Nipsey Hussle, and Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
I feel like I try to embody a combination of the three of them. They're the ones that inspired me most musically. I'm sure there's some other ones that these fellas.
Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Ty Dolla $ign too. I'm a guitarist, so I'm gonna go over there to John Mayer, Jimi Hendrix,
Okay.
that vibe.
Okay, John Mayer. I love the different genres.
Oh, yeah.
I would have to say Ty as well.
Shout out to Ty Dolla $ign. He
I feel
popular.
like,
He
he's
popular in
like,
here.
people sleep on
Ty is
him.
underrated.
Definitely.
So underrated. I'll say Ty.
I feel,
I'm-
but really though, because I feel like everything he touches is a hit.
Now,
But-
we've been on Ty and Nipsey for like 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Now everybody's
Okay.
seeing Nipsey. Victory Lap. I was on Nipsey.
Oh yeah, Nipsey's like a LA staple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like 09, 08. Ty's probably like 12.
Yeah, you're right. I think Ty is a hit, but the thing is, it's like he's also featured a lot, so he doesn't always get like that credit, like that he has the Midas touch.
Because literally, it's no. That's what I'm gonna say. Literally, in my opinion, everything that he's on is straight. I'll definitely go back and listen to it a couple of times. I want to talk about. Let's go back to Car Music Volume 1. You guys have that song Car Named Jane.
Yeah.
I like the concept in it because, like, before I really paid attention to the title, I thought you were talking about a female. But then I'm like, hold on, it sounds like you could be talking about a car and a female. So I was like, well, that's dope.
I mean, I named my car, so I was just like, oh, you for sure talking about your car.
No, because he says stuff like, the type you don't bring home to mama, like,
Yeah.
like she got mileage, like that's a car. And guys say that about females too. Like she blows smoke like a rasta. We in Cali, so many people blow smoke.
Yeah.
But I know that comes out the car too. So no, the concept was dope though. Is that what y'all are going for? Like, where did that concept come about?
Came to the studio. I always come to the studio straight from work. He gets there a little bit before me. He had a beat made. The beat was entitled Convertible. It was just the beat that you hear on the song. And I just started writing to it, and it just turned into that. Keeping in mind that, you know, it was called Convertible. Initially, the beat was, I just kind of went off of that vibe, and it ended up Car Named Jane. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the concept really is, I mean, we're talking a lot of, there's a juxtaposition between a woman and a car, you know what I'm saying? Quick to strip down, now she's topless, you know what I'm saying? But it's like a convertible, you know, the top drops down and it's a topless, you know what I'm saying? My mom gonna say she's too fast, you know what I'm saying? But the car is fast. But,
right.
You know, say girls can be fast. It's just like
that. I didn't know people use that term down here because that's the southern. They say that in the South.
For sure,
yeah.
Like my family from the South. So.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
Well, I've said that before, and they're like,
what
does she run track? And I was like, no, what the fuck?
No, but yeah, that in the South, fast means like you going. Okay, you going means that you're easy.
It doesn't necessarily mean you're easy. It just means like, you know, you're open to multiple partners or multiple experiences. Probably before your age,
to give
before
it
it's
up.
age appropriate.
Yeah, fast. You're quick to give it up. That's it. But I feel like we should play that for them. Can we play that for us? Car Named Jane? Yeah, we should play it for them, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, you guys, the song we've been talking about, Car Named Jane, we're going to play that for you right now. No? Okay. Well, maybe not. We got to pull that one up. No. Okay, it's okay. I want to go back to the Spanish one because that one had me entertained. We'll play this. We'll play that one for you guys in a minute. Did you have to get somebody to teach you that?
You want the truth?
Yeah, I always want the truth. We can handle the truth.
Once again, came home from work. Not home. Came to the studio from work. He had made a beat. And you know, we all took Spanish in high school.
Yeah.
So I knew a little bit.
Poquito nomás.
Right. But something about the beat was just, I was getting a little vibe from it. And so I swear, I just went on YouTube and I typed in flirty Spanish phrases. And those were the first two in the video. Tienes novio and eres soltera. I'm trying to put the little on it, but you know what I'm saying. Those are the first two. Then I had to hit up my ex, who was Dominican, just make sure I had the grammar and stuff right. And then she, gave me a little, you got to put the S on this and da-da-da-da. And then my other homegirl was a Spanish teacher. Ran it by her. She was like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, for the most part, that's what it was.
I heard. I don't know why, but the part you said chilaquiles made me laugh.
Hey, no, I knew about some of the words. I knew chilaquiles.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I know about that.
You gotta know that one.
Yeah, you gotta know that. I knew no say because that's all I was saying in class when I would get asked a question. You know what I'm saying? So that one I knew real good, but it was just those other two phrases that I didn't know.
I'm gonna start saying that when people ask me if I speak Spanish.
No, say. No, hey, I thought it would be funny to ask you guys if you could impersonate each other. I just want to know. How you guys.
In what way? Like how they talk?
Just the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Ivan. You gotta mimic him.
What would I do?
The first thing that comes to mind.
I don't be doing that. I'm chilling.
I don't know.
No.
I'll
Anybody? Anybody got a good impersonation?
I know y'all got one of me.
Somebody.
I don't got one for nobody.
I don't. It's hard.
Y'all being nice.
Yeah.
Y'all being nice.
I'm not good at impersonations. That's really what it is. My voice, it don't change. You know.
No, you don't have to sound like them.
I mean, he's just gonna be there. That's cool.
It's cool.
That's what he's gonna say.
They don't.
Say something.
So do you prefer to go by David or Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Or Jimmy David. Either way, David Jimmy.
So have you guys ever had any disagreements pertaining to music?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so how did you guys get past it? What was like the biggest disagreement?
I can't call it in terms of the biggest one, but usually it's only 3 of us, so we try to come to a consensus. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a vote.
Yeah, I mean, vote is like last.
That's very
resort.
diplomatic.
Vote is if we can't come to a consensus, we'll ultimately go to a vote. But usually, it's awkward because it's like
one of you is a tiebreaker always.
Tiebreaker go always.
Like you, why you siding with him?
I go front. He's a tiebreaker usually.
He is always a tiebreaker.
So it's like if he go with me, he's gonna be like, oh, this nigga don't think I'm going with him.
He said, well, both of you guys have good points.
He always do. He be politicking on everything. He gonna try to come like a politician. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what he just said. Oh yeah, I see both sides.
Oh, he tried to do both. Like,
That's
all
the
right, we do
impression.
this and we can do this.
That's what I was looking for. I got it. On the low.
Yeah, I mean, he
And
definitely.
then he be like, well, I think. When he start grabbing his beard.
That's what he's not saying. He's really thinking. He's like, how can I put this? I'm like, David, if you don't just say this, just say it, bro. Like, and for me, like, if he goes with, then I'm this done. You know what I'm saying? We don't sit there and harp on it and be like, or same vice versa. Like,
right.
He ends up saying, we don't sit there and be like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, that's what it is. Move on, move forward. You know what I'm saying? We don't tend to stick on stuff for too long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless it's something that we really feel strongly about. But usually it's like, I know I could be out there sometimes, because I'm very much experimental. So sometimes with the music, it could become like, "Hey, Ken, we gotta reel you back in." You get kind of out there.
It's simple stuff. It's little stuff.
Simple stuff.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I think that works best because you sound like you know yourself, and a lot of times people like if you can't check yourself, then it's hard to like work in a group because people telling you something and then you're not trying to hear it.
Of course, yeah. I like to think I'm so self-aware, but yeah, I definitely know that about myself. I know I can. These two are more the musical in terms of doing it by the standard way or the right way. For example, we're accustomed to hearing music in certain ways. Every 16 bars, your ear is rated to hear a change or something different.
Okay.
So if I come out with a 20 bar rap, I'm like, no, but these extra 4 is really is like, or 18 or something like that. No, but these 2, I need these 2. It'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can be experimental, but within the confines of how people are used to digesting music. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to be an easy listen.
Definitely.
You can be as experimental as you want, but it has to be within the confines of how people can digest it. So it's usually stuff like that. It's not nothing deep.
Good.
Drink my apple juice.
But I said we were going to play you guys a song, so let's go ahead and get back to that song, Car Named James, off Car Music Volume 1. Y'all
Yes, ma'am.
check it out. We'll be back.
Car named Jane, she a monster. Quit the strip down, now she topless. And she get around, she got mileage. And she blow smoke like a rock star. She a bad influence. That's how you don't bring home the mama. She a bad influence. Cause she stay with the top off. See the fly thing on 4 wheels. Grab 1 time, then you know the deal. Grab 2 times, then it's overkill. And she blow smoke like a rock star. She a bad influence. That's how you don't bring home the mama. She gon' say you too fast. If you stay with the top
on the car, and we gon' roll, yeah. And we in the drop top, even when it's cold, yeah. And the music don't stop, neither does the show, yeah. And we on the highway, but we going higher. Let me see you play a part. Can you play a role, yeah? Ooh, girl, don't stop, tryna have control, yeah. What I need a break for. You know I hit it full speed to the pace ups. You know I guess her up to the tank full. You had to pass her up cause you can't pour. You know I had to spoil it. Woke a brew away, that's a spoiler. I said I had to spoil it. She got a little extra on the trunk, that's a spoiler.
Car named Jane, she a monster. Put the strip down, now she topless. And she get around, she got mileage. And she blow smoke like a rock star. She a bad influence. That's how you don't bring home the mama. She a bad influence. And she stay with the top off. See the fly thing on 4 wheels. Grab one time, then you know the deal. Grab 2 times, then it's overkill. And she blow smoke like a rock star. She a bad influence. Type you don't bring home the mama. Get it fast. Stay with the top on.
The girl's pretty, everybody know my city litty. Switching different scenes, hippie to sedity. 110 for a 591 to the 60. More time in your whip than you get with your fitty. At Mike's Deli, wrong turn, ended up in the 60s. I was only 16, you gon' haul it against me. Smash, trying to get to the main street. Just normal, LA car memories. But 105 West, till you hit the beach. That car music get you through it when you in the seat. Bad chick, shotgun, and she into me. Top down waves talking and we listening.
Car named Jane, she a monster. Put the strip down, now she topless. And she get around, she got mileage. And she blow smoke like a rock star. She a bad influence. That's how you don't bring home the mama. She a bad influence. And she stay with the top off. See the fly thing on 4 wheels. Grab one time, then you know the deal. Grab 2 times, then it's overkill. And she blow smoke like a rock star. She a bad influence. Top, you don't bring home the mama. She gon' say you too fast. If you stay with the top off.
Swerve on, swerve on, swerve on, swerve. Pulling up something they ain't heard of. Swerve on, swerve on, swerve on, swerve. Tell valet like the curve. Swerve on, swerve on, swerve on, swerve. Who it's our turn, we gon' turn up. Swerve on, swerve on, swerve on, swerve. We done made a way to tryna surf us.
She a bad influence. That's how you don't bring home the mama. She a bad influence. She stay with the top off. See the fly thing on 4 wheels. Grab one time, then you know the deal. Grab 2 times, then it's overkill. And she blow smoke like a rock star. She a bad influence. Top you don't bring home the mama. She gon' say you too bad. If you stay with the top off.
We're back.
We're back. That was PluggWorld with off of Car Music Volume 1. Car named Jane. Hey, welcome back.
Hey.
PluggWorld. We got PluggWorld in the house if you just tuning in. Hey, real quick, I want to give a shout out to my people, man. That's support right there. Melanie, Tina, shout out to y'all.
Love you guys. Thank you
Shout out
for
to the
always watching out for us. So I kind of want to get into your earlier music just because, you know, I was dipping into it.
Let's do that.
So, first of all, Simp Juice. I love that. That gave me vibes because every time when I go back and I listen to like Ja Rule and Ashanti, I'm like, that music to me is like, I'm a thug, but I'm simping. I know when I saw Simp Juice, I was like, they put a name to my genre that I made up in my head. But, so Lucid, the first track, you also have a visual to it.
Right.
I really like that track because of this line right here. It says, if it felt real when it happened, then it was real while it lasted.
Yeah.
What inspired the whole song, but like that verse specifically? Because I don't know why, but when I heard that, I had to pause it and go back like 10 seconds like,
yeah.
that's real.
That whole album, and they could attest to this, we was all in long distance relationships.
Okay.
We all
All
broke
of
up
y'all at the same time?
at the same time. We
Like
all
in a different state or just far?
No, I said long distance, huh? I meant long term.
Long term. Oh, okay.
Prior to.
Y'all went on a vacation?
No. We were all in long
have to stay
term
there.
relationships when we started recording that.
Okay.
We started recording that in like, I don't know, but we all kind of broke up. I'm not gonna say we was heartbroken because we ain't got feelings like that. Just kidding. We got feelings. We not. That's old. That's out.
Us if we wanted you to keep
fellas,
it real.
toxic masculinity is out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
But,
I'm here
it's
for
out,
it.
it's out.
Yes.
No, we was definitely going through different things. So that line just basically, I guess, encompass. Oh no, It's about lucid dreaming. I'm sorry.
Right. But
so
no, I
the
meant the
lucid
whole
dream.
yeah.
So what lucid dreaming essentially is
yes,
you're in
explain
a
it.
dream.
We're into that, but explain
Yeah.
it for the people who don't know.
He lucid dreams, so he could probably
Okay.
explain it.
Do you practice it? Hey,
He doesn't practice it.
tell us more.
I don't want to preach it or
So
nothing.
if
but
you guys have ever taken
wait.
if you have ever taken a psychology course, that might be your first introduction to lucid dreaming. But if not, it's
No, he lives it.
it's like when pretty much you get like a double life. You can wake yourself up in your dreams and you're aware that you're sleeping. So yeah,
Right.
tell us about your lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
And then,
Did you have to practice this or?
the first time was by accident. It just kind of happened. I just realized I was like, I don't know, something don't feel right. I could have sworn I was just in bed.
Right.
And then after that, I don't know. It's all about like being observant. Like, the more observant you are in the waking world, the more likely you notice when stuff is off. Like when you're dreaming, and then once you get good at it, you can just do whatever you want. It's like
they tell you to look for cues. Like throughout the day, you should like check your watch. That way, like when you're sleeping and you check your watch, it's probably not there. The numbers are weird because like I guess you can't read or you can't really see numbers. Or you can, but like it looks jumbled. So like you're supposed to do reality checks throughout the day. Like, okay, is this a dream or is it real?
So did you look it up? So the first time it happened, like, what was your reaction when you freaked out?
Yeah, I was freaked out.
Were you like, oh my god, I have powers?
I didn't know what to think. I just woke up and I was like, well, am I woke or am I asleep? Like,
Right.
I didn't really know.
He used to tell us about it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how the song kind of came about. So based on what he was telling me about it, it was like, okay, it's not reality, but it feels real.
Right.
So, I mean, what is the difference between perception and reality? Really, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if it felt real while it happened, then it was real while it lasted. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that because it applied. Well, I mean, now that we have an explanation behind the what inspired the EP, like. I like that because we have that too. Like a lot of times we get into situations where we're talking to somebody.
Exactly.
And then it's over and we don't like how it ended. So like we start overthinking everything. And one thing my sister's always really good at telling me is like, if you wanted it at the time, then don't look back and judge yourself. Right. So I like that. You guys do a lot of like double meaning, like double entendres.
Yeah.
And it's dope. But yeah, so, I mean, I feel like all of the titles had some type of a meaning then. So, summa cum laude, that means with highest distinction. That's a honor you get when you graduate college.
Right.
So, did one of you guys graduate summa cum laude? Y'all knew someone.
I damn sure was not summa cum laude. I had a good time in college, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I definitely had above a 3.0 though. I had like a 3.2 something.
Okay,
like that.
you were still graduating with honors. I see you.
I had a couple semesters on the dean's list, but for the most part, I was so into partying, throwing parties, and doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
And still maintain a 3.0. That in itself is an accomplishment.
College is about
not
educating.
To my parents because I have a sister who's an overachiever, right? So my sister. Straight A's through college.
That's not fair. So they
A's,
automatically
straight A's, everything.
Some comparison.
I'm bringing home like, what's up with all these B's? I'm like, man, it was one of those. But growing up with a sibling that's an overachiever is a whole nother story. We might do an album about that later on down the line.
We might drop an album too because we know what that feels like.
We go through that. She's the overachiever in grade.
No, that was the only thing I had. That was the only thing that kept me alive.
She just does everything good.
Oh, is she gonna get a feature?
She doesn't care about music, honestly. she's the type. She's so
just
nonchalant.
on a different
she's
vibe.
very nonchalant about everything. She just happens to be good at it.
So she's just kind of good at it to flex on you.
It's worse. She don't even care. It's just like
she's just like Beethoven Symphony, no big deal.
She supports though. She was a late comer on the bandwagon, but she supports now.
That's dope. Shout out to Sis.
No, that was her son. My nephew that's on Simp Juice in the beginning.
Okay.
Right, so that's her favorite song, obviously. I think that's Jess' favorite song too. Of course. Shout out Jess.
Wait, back to the lucid dreaming. I'm not done.
Oh, my bad, girl. Keep asking.
This is an expert in lucid dreaming.
Look,
that's great.
So we're all about that here. Like we're all about vibing, connecting with the universe. Getting the most out of life. And I honestly feel like lucid dreaming is the key to like getting over your fears, because it's like you can kind of like go through a scenario a couple times, and then you can live out the worst possible outcome. And you know what? Most of the time, the worst possible outcome doesn't even happen. Right. But like, so do you use it like as a tool to help you?
Yeah, I use it actually more so. You can use it for music and like learning and like repetition. I actually read that they use it for athletes. Running, have them lucid dream and run drills. You don't get the muscle memory, but you get the visualization.
I got a question about it. Have you ever used it to smash a celebrity? You don't got to answer. You don't got to. You don't
got to name names, but yes or no?
Hold on. You don't know, say.
Wait a minute. Wait, how y'all are asking it? You're making me sound like he could control what kind of dream he has too.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
you have full control.
First of all, there's levels to lucid dreaming. The first is recognizing you're sleeping.
I'm learning something.
Yeah.
Right now.
Second one is control.
I'm on the lowest. I can't even remember my dreams. I could wake up. I don't even know what I dreamed about.
So wait, can I
go to sleep?
You definitely have.
And I wake up.
I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna ask this question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But like, do you guys smoke?
Nah, I used to.
Cause there's like this thing. Cause I haven't been having my dreams lately, but I've been partaking in extracurricular activities too late at night. And I know THC like inhibits your ability to go into REM sleep. So if you're not remembering your dreams, it's just because you're not getting into REM. So you could try melatonin.
If you want to try to achieve lucid dreaming.
Yeah, it's a vitamin, but it helps you. You're probably gonna have to take it like 3 days in a row. You'll sleep better, but it makes your dreams a lot more vivid. Like I try it all the time.
What are the side effects?
There's not the side effects is you might get drowsy because it is
makes you go to sleep fast
before you go to bed.
Yeah. But I'm saying don't smoke before you go to bed. That's why I was asking. Because that's what keeps you from having vivid dreams, which is what you can't remember.
Right, because we learned about it in psychology, and our professor had us
have a dream journal.
Yeah, he would also tell us to take vitamin B, right?
Yeah, vitamin B12.
B12, and right.
I mean, B6.
So, do you do this? Do you lucid dream every night?
It's at a point where I can't not.
See, I'm still trying to get to your level.
I can't have a regular dream. It's just I go to sleep and then I wake up in the dream world, and it's like, okay, well.
So, do you feel like you just never sleep?
Nah, you don't lose sleep. Your body still, gets the physical rest that it needs.
So are there any fears that are kind of linked to the whole lucid dreaming stuff?
Yes, there is. You have a lot of control, but there's a lot of stuff you can't control because you're conscious, but you still have a subconscious, and you're in your subconscious world. You're just conscious, and so your subconscious really has the control. And so anything you think about is going to manifest. So if you're thinking bad thoughts, fears, anything while you're dreaming. So, you watch a scary movie or whatever.
I know, have you seen Insidious?
Oh, yeah.
He went and saw that clown movie. He was up for 3 days. He didn't want to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. That It joint.
That got me when I was young. That got me when I was young. To this day, I will still not walk by a gutter.
Yeah, I had to stand outside the bathroom for a couple of weeks.
I won't park by one. I won't walk by it.
I don't get the concept of scary movies because I'm not going to pay you to stress me out. I'm not gonna do it. Like, there's no way.
I never thought about it like that. But it's
entertainment. I just cannot do exorcism films. Like, if there's an exorcism, I don't want to see it.
I'll be laughing at that.
That's not the move.
That's how
I watched one with you though.
I don't watch them anymore.
You're the reason why I watched them.
Look, back in the day.
That's the old her.
Back in the day, I used to be really scared of the dark, like petrified. So what I would do to get myself out of it is I would watch scary movies by myself.
Gotcha.
If I had somebody to watch them with me, cool. But if I didn't, I would sit downstairs by myself, windows open, girl, it's a movie, nothing's gonna happen. That's how I got over my fear of the dark.
That's one way to do it.
Right.
So that was the old me. I don't do exorcisms no more.
So that's dope though. I'm gonna look more into that now. Trying to get. I don't know if I want to get on that level.
I do. That's what I.
I do. I would like to. I would like to experience it sometimes.
I will say, not that I've tried it or anything, but the whole what y'all was talking about earlier. That's one of the hardest things to do as a lucid dreamer.
Oh yeah, because it inhibits your ability to get into REM sleep.
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
I was saying what he asked me earlier.
Oh, what I asked. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just kidding.
You know, you can try to fly or something like that, but the whole.
Have you ever tried to fly?
Wait, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I've been able to do is jump,
You
like
can't
jump
do it
and then
because one day
glide.
you're gonna really be awake, think you sleep.
Yep.
And the newspaper
But it's not gonna happen.
She thought she
You're
was
just
asleep.
gonna be like.
What's the craziest thing that you remember? The craziest dream.
The craziest dream I've ever remembered. I don't know, made a stadium for myself and just played a Prince guitar solo. I thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying?
That is cool. I didn't know that was the thing. I thought you could just wake yourself up. I didn't know you could have control of what you're dreaming over.
build this stadium, bro?
Yeah, right. Hold on, did you just like?
And the workers, he didn't say nothing about no workers or nothing. He said, yeah, I built it.
And it took a
On
minute.
the 7th day, he said it was good.
Nah, see, the problem was it was right after I watched it. So I did the stadium, but it was a stadium of clowns. And I was like, oh, shoot. That's not.
And you still perform?
I had to. I had to.
For the clown.
They paid to see me.
What do you play for a stadium full of clowns?
Everybody appreciate Prince.
Everybody loves Prince.
Everybody get down
learned
to Purple
something else
Rain,
about
even the clowns.
That's funny. Oh, that's
They had
funny.
their lighters up for
Prince,
Purple Rain.
All the clowns, they changed their hair to purple.
No.
It's getting scarier and scarier.
No. Damn, that's funny. I'm gonna for real get into that now. Thanks. But man, we're running out of time. These hours really do be flying by. So before we go, y'all gotta tell them again. PluggWorld, where can they find you?
Oh, yeah. Wherever you listen to music, we're on all the streaming platforms. Just search PluggWorld, PluggWorld. It's all one word. So we also have a website, plugworld.com, Instagram @PluggWorld. That's basically the main place you should get to us at.
Any shout outs?
Feel free to hop in the DMs. Shout out Aisha G Drums and
Hey.
Jess doing work.
Hey, shout out to the ladies.
And just shout out to everybody that's been supporting us. We definitely feel the love. I mean, DMs are always full of people that we never met, just supporting and showing
That's
love.
dope.
And that's really what keeps us going. Because, you know, it's definitely a sacrifice doing music.
Oh yeah.
At this age, it's definitely, or at this stage, it's definitely an investment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More than you get out of it in terms of monetary, but we definitely get it back tenfold from the love that we get from the people. So we definitely appreciate it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
don't sleep on them. This is a rock soul hip hop band. They're dope. Live instruments.
That's PluggWorld, you guys. Go follow, like, share,
Do that.
subscribe, do all that. So you guys know what it is. Every Wednesday, 9 to 10, like we always tell you, if you miss us during the week, go comment on our page, DM. We're paying attention. We might not get back fast because there's a lot of DMs, but we're going to get back. Thank you guys for coming through, PluggWorld.
Yeah, definitely.
And shout out to you guys for tuning in every week. Until next week, y'all. Stay locked in. All right, we out.
No sé, yo no sé. She's a girl.